right away, jump up and run. And I had it pointed in the wrong direction, so you couldn't even see the person running away from suppression. I turned the corner. This woman's sitting over there on the next to those plants over there, and as soon as she sees me, she jumps up and runs away. So that's the number one clue that we are dealing with a Scientologist. As soon as they see that camera, they are gone, running. They do not, hey, how's it going? They do not like, well, it's around lunchtime here, but I guess evening elsewhere, yes. So anyway, we just disturbed the very rare break of a Sea Org person who was sitting over there. Hey, Chichikana, you are very dependable in in this. Always know I'm going to catch you. Oh, I love this. 8 people watching, 7 likes already. I love that. That's a good ratio to be starting out with here. But anyway, yes, so we've already had a runner. We've already had somebody freak out at seeing a camera coming around the corner. And when I drove by like 5 minutes before, this place, this lunch area was kind of packed. There were a lot of, it wasn't packed. It was Scientology level packed. What's up, Mike, Sissicat girl? And, you know, you kind of got to wonder with all their license plate readers just going around the block a couple times looking for a parking spot, that might have set the alarm off. Because, I mean, there were at least 10 or 15 people hanging out here like 5-10 minutes ago. And by the time I could park my car and walk over here, all gone. All gone. I thought I was going to get to talk to them about fun things like no longer creating your reactive mind, cool stuff like that. What I really want to know is, what is the feeling when you get rid of a body thetan? That's my purpose today. I want to find a Scientologist that can tell me, what does it feel like to lose when you tell a body thetan? So apparently what happens is you audit yourself, right? And the body thetans, these are what Xenu set loose with the volcanoes and blah, 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 right? So anyway, when the body thetan, well, basically you identify a body thetan is stuck to you somewhere, and then you telepathically tell it to leave. Be gone with you, body thetan, or whatever you say in Scientology language. And then the body thetan leaves. So I wonder, is it more of a whoosh? Is it orgasmic? Is it like a tingly feeling? I'm so curious. And I know that it's all secret, hush, hush about the body thetans, right? Because you got to know about Xenu to know about the body thetans, and only about 5 to 10% of Scientologists are ever going to have that kind of money to throw around. So, you know, The question then becomes, why don't they want more people to know about this? Oh, money? Could it be money? Nah. Obviously, they want to save the world, right? They do want to save the world, so they wouldn't be bogarting the spiritual information just to make money, would they? Nah, they would never do that. That would be messed up. I mean, obviously they want the highest good for the highest number of people and blah, 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 right? Yeah, they're a total religion. You know, they have their elite core that runs at the side of a camera. That's a defining feature of their Jesuit class, their Jesuit equivalent right here. Hey, Jesuits. Yeah, make sure to back up your reactive mind before you clear it, please. There might be things in there you need. Always back up your data when updating. Make sure to save a backup of your reactive mind, Scientologists. Oh my God. Here we got people sitting on Scientology benches, chilling, not being cultists, and the police have not arrived. Isn't that incredible? You would think that the police would be swooping in here to handle the trespassers. But no, they want the hospital people to be cool with them. They even let them park in their parking lots to make it look like it's not a deserted enterprise. Ah, and here we have another prison van. Hello, prisoners. Are you ready to tell me what it's like to get rid of one of those pesky body thetans? Because I want to know what it feels like. Sudoku and me? Oh my God, I'm honored. Maybe that is the biggest alternate to orgasms that Sea Org members get is expelling a body thetan. Hello! Wake up and clear the body thetans, please. Time to wake up. Wakey, 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 Scientology. Time for your spiritual enlightenment. Oh, you're not going to run over the curb like the old dude? That's disappointing. Wake up. Wake up and smell the body thetans. Wake up and smell the body thetans. And make sure to give them all your money. The world is ending unless Scientology prevails, so give them all your money, please. Don't be stingy. Give them everything. Make sure to get regged. Make sure to be regged and regged again. Because regging is good for you. It relieves you of excess cash that would only get you in trouble anyway. So make sure to get very, very regged. Dig deep. Give, give, give. Scientology needs your money more than you do. Please remember that. Every Scientologist needs to dig deeper because David Miscavige wants to build new empty buildings. We need new empty buildings for Scientology. We need more empty buildings and more empty buildings. It's very important to have empty buildings. Don't you understand, people? Dig deep. Dig deep. Get generous. The cult needs your money. Do you understand? Now is not the time for stinginess. Now is the time to dig deep. Dig deep and give, 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 give. The Continental Liaison Office of the entire Western United States desperately needs your cash, people. So quit being stingy. Give your money to the cult of Scientology. Because cults will help you find out the truth about drugs. They could recommend the best drugs. They could recommend the best weed strains, right? It's very important to know the truth about drugs. Like, how much fentanyl should you put in your cocaine? And have it still be safe and tingly. Hit the like button the way David Miscavige hits those people that are right here. These people. The cult members. But they were probably bad. They probably deserved it. They were probably not KSW. Keeping Scientology working. Where did everybody go? I think Eleanor Rigby needs to be rewritten as a Scientology song. Except in Scientology, you're not allowed to look at all the lonely people. No. They're locked behind closed doors. All the lonely people, where do they all come from? Well, that's confidential because they have been trafficked here. So, quit asking those pesky questions that might lead to indictments, please. All the lonely people, where do they all belong? In Scientology, obviously, because they are saving the planet. Okay? Do you guys get this straight? You know, it's not that hard, people. All the lonely people, where do they all belong? In the Sea Org? Where they could feel that beautiful togetherness? Oh, hi! Hello! Make sure to get regged and pay. And here they go, more prisoners. Wake up, everybody. It's a cult. Es una secta. Das ist eine Sekte. Wakey, wakey. I miss Lurch. Where's Lurch? I miss Lurch. There's not that many guys that are that much taller than me around, you know? So it's a nice thing. Keeps you humble. See somebody that much, you know? I rarely get the experience of somebody, hey, thanks, Sissicat girl. I will buy gas. That'll get me a gallon of gas. Yeehaw. And that probably wouldn't get you that much in pounds land. Careful, cult driver, be careful. They will hurt civilians if they get a chance. Wake up and smell the cult schnauzers. Wake up, wakey wakey. Time for your spiritual enlightenment. You create your reactive mind. It's all you're doing. You create your reactive mind, so stop. Just stop it. It's easy. Just quit creating your reactive mind, and then you'll be clear. And you can give me 25% of the 50 grand I just saved you. How about that? Magnus Gustafsson, hey. All right, everybody. There's somebody in a BMW coming out of the Scientology parking lot of dread. Now, the question is, if they have dug deep and given adequately to Scientology, how do they have enough money left over for a BMW? Is that a BMW? Maybe it's not. Yes, it is. Look at that. Speed Demon BMW. Of course, BMW drivers do tend to flout the law in LA, only to be surpassed in recent years by Tesla drivers who've gotten actually worse than BMW drivers. So, you know, things get interesting in the land of entitled driving. So anyway, where are the prisoners? Where are the prisoners? You create your reactive mind, and as soon as you quit doing that, you attain the state of clear. It's an amazing thing that is available to everybody, and you don't need to spend 50 grand to figure out you create your reactive mind. It's kind of obvious. Who else would have created it, right? That's what I always say. Wake up! Wake up! Can you imagine how many Scientologists kind of sat around thinking, I probably created my reactive mind, but they didn't say it soon enough, and they were out tens of thousands of extra dollars for just not saying that one sentence? That must be a real slap to the forehead kind of moment. No, I've been to the test center the other day. The test center was totally closed down, frosted windows, the whole thing. I'm not as into La Poubelle. I'll be back, but a little bit less my scene than actual. Hey, wakey, wakey! Time for some spiritual awakening. But yeah, the La Poubelle scene continues to be evil, obviously, and I do have a little bit more of a motivation to go over there. But I'm more of a daytime guy. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up, it's a cult. Wake up, it's a cult. I know you don't realize it right now, but you create your reactive mind. All you have to do is stop creating it. Just stop creating your reactive mind. It's easy. All you need is auditing. All these people hiding their identities, living in mortal shame of their cult membership. Look at the shame. You can almost see the shame through their masks. Look at the shame. You guys are ashamed of being Scientologists. Ugh. That shame is just a yucky, yucky energy. I could feel it from here. It's nasty. I literally got the shivers just feeling their shame. Is there a barbecue? I mean, DOA likes to do a lot of barbecues, definitely. I think Magnus Gustafsson should send us some surströmming that we could send a spy in there and open up, but now I've just outed myself, so I'll get completely, but yeah, a little bit of stinky fish, you know, that permeates the air for 48 hours, you know, that could be good. That could be really nice. You know, just to make everything be kind of like toucans. Yeah. I like that enthusiasm. So yeah, I know a lot of it's poison. Well, you know, it is technically a food substance, so, you know. I mean, could they really get mad if a can happened to get opened in the vicinity of their restaurant? I mean, wouldn't that be just being culturally insensitive to, you know, Swedish culture? But I don't know. Since I lived there a long, long time ago, seems like the Swedes are much less into their stinky, rotten fish than they used to be. Right, exactly. It's a trash can. So what would be the problem of having stinky fish thrown into the trash can? That sounds like a no-brainer. Right, Scientology? You know about no-brain shit. So, here they are once again, hiding, petrified, humiliated, hiding their faces from the world. The stinky fish, yeah. Francoise, how do you like my stinky fish? I think she's actually like half Dutch, half French or something, if I remember correctly. Not fully French, but just enough to to have the attitude. All kinds of Le Pews going on with these people. Where are all the prisoners locked behind? Yeah, whatever. General Hospital for the insane. For the generally insane and the absolutely fucked up humans. Homo novus. They are Homo novus. They are the new breed. the next level above Homo sapien. The new humans are being, well, they're not being birthed here because Scientology doesn't like a lot of birthing happening. Oh no, the prison van's going the other way. Maybe they're going to the other parking lot. Okay. That's so sad. Making me as lonely as a Sea Org member. But they're less lonely now because I'm here. I'm here bringing joy and happiness and merriment and revelry. What's the mileage on DOA's van? Yeah, if it's under 200,000, good for him. He definitely puts it to some use. I had somebody right after I did the DOA interview. I had a kind of psychic reading, and the person was like, I see you in this van that's like hand painted and blah blah blah. I was like, okay, no, that was the guy I was talking to the other day, but you're good, you got something. They totally described DOA's van, and but thought it had more to do with me. It is absolutely true. That person totally tuned into DOA's van, but you know, psychic stuff, it's not always totally accurate in terms of who it's about. So yeah, I was like, I know exactly who you're talking about, but that's not me. Yeah, that's a very, very cool paint job. The ever-evolving DOA paint job. I mean, that dude changes the themes on that paint job quite often and keeps himself relevant. And now he has that ticker tape, whatever thing, that message board thing going across the dashboard. That's pretty awesome. LED lights, display. Yeah, Angry Gay Pope, AGP. Look at this. We're getting culty, people. We're getting like a cult. We have our jargon. We have our abbreviations, you know. We're giving them a run for their money here at Scientology. Now, here's what I wonder. If you take away the whales, right? All the rich Scientologists giving all that money to Scientology. If you take away the whales and you just take it into public Scientologists, who has gotten more money in the last 6 months? The Squirrel Squad or Scientology through selling services? I don't know the answer to that, but it would be interesting to see, you know, what is the ratio there. That would be kind of interesting to find out. Because they're probably not making a lot these days. I mean, they're definitely bleeding current members dry. Give them all your money. Give them more money. Get regged. Make sure to get regged. If they don't reg you hard enough, you need to do a knowledge report on them for not pushing you for more cash. Very important to write out knowledge reports. Snitching is very crucial in Scientology. Make sure you snitch on somebody today, because if you don't snitch, are you really a Scientologist? Are you really KSW? I don't think so. I think you guys need to start snitching a little harder, and maybe your cult won't fail so bad. Okay, snitchy, snitchy. Make sure to snitch on whoever is sitting next to you. They must have done something wrong. So, yeah, right. I'm going to come here with donated paint and start painting their buildings, and I'm sure that'll go just fine. Now you're trying to put me to work. First I saw, oh, if I donated some money, yeah, I like that part of it. Could you start painting? Trying to give me some hard labor. Look at that, all the maneuvering. Wake up, wake up, wake up. You're being scammed. You are being so scammed, people. I love it. And there go the prisoners, back to their bleak prison hotel of doom. They're not even allowed to walk down the streets of LA from this door on the left to that door straight ahead. This is what the prison vans are saving these people from. They are being rescued from having to walk from here across the street to there. That's what they're doing. From here to here. That's it. That's it. So instead of walking in a semi-free environment where, you know, they could make a run for it, they could get away, theoretically, but no, they don't give them the opportunity to theoretically perhaps escape. Why not? Well, because they might escape. Come on, people. Let's work with logic here. We wouldn't want to give somebody an opportunity to escape from a cult, because if we did that, then who's going to save the world from body thetans and whatnots? Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Once again, I am not honored by being swatted. Once again, I have to have the lights, the sirens go by me, and feel my irrelevance. Am I so irrelevant that only I am immune to swatting? Is that what it is? What is this? Age discrimination, weight discrimination, male pattern baldness discrimination. What the hell are you discriminating against, people? I don't know, but it's not fair, and I do feel discriminated against, and I have yet to be handcuffed. And not that I'm a masochist or I'm into any of that kinky shit, but what's fair is fair. And, you know, I'm a big dude. If anybody's a threat, I'm bigger than DOA. What the hell? Just because I'm a little older? Is that it? Age discrimination? Is that what we're dealing with here? I don't know. But it's some kind of discrimination, and I'm calling it out because not only are we dealing with cultishness, but now we have to deal with swatting discrimination. Oh, here they come, my favorite people. Chichikana, thank you, the Big Dude Fund. Wake up and smell the cultiness. Oh, did you see him? He just turned up the volume on the music in there right when he saw me, because he doesn't want to find out about waking up. Maybe he doesn't want to find out about creating your own reactive mind. Maybe he doesn't want to know about his reactive mind. Yeah, Tori is the awesomest. Tori is so great. I love her so much, and probably that's why I've been, watching her for almost 20 years. Wake up, people! It's a cult! Give them your money or run! Run, Forrest, run! Run, Forrest, run! You create your reactive mind. Stop doing that. You create your reactive mind. Just stop it. And Xenu loves you. Xenu loves you. Yes, he do. 'Cause your bell smells like poo. Get it? Get it? Your bell smells like poo? Get it? Xenu loves you. And it's true, Xenu does love you. There would be no Xenu without Scientology. Do you realize that? That makes you indispensable to Xenu. And as his father, I can tell you that. Because, see, on our planet, we conceive of our children through manifestation. But L. Ron Hubbard was so powerful, I didn't even have to manifest Xenu. L. Ron Hubbard did it for me. Xenu just appeared as my son one day. And I said, hey, I didn't even try to manifest a son. Oh, some earthling did it for you. So, that's very thoughtful of him. So literally, without Scientology, there would be no Xenu. Hey, Fluffer Squirrel UK, you are awesome. Thank you. Very happy, very happy. So yeah. Xenu is very grateful for the existence of Scientology, because he would be nothing without Scientology. And, it's kind of like Adam and God. That's the kind of analogy to Xenu and Scientology, right? You would think, the thing is, because what I'm revealing here today is that Xenu, yeah, he's my son. I raised him as my son. But I didn't conceive Xenu. And since we don't conceive in the same way, it doesn't have the same meaning. It's not like a DNA thing. It's a manifestation thing. But anyway, I kind of share parental rights with L. Ron Hubbard. And we visit him often on Target 2. Kind of a slummy planet. Actually, it's worse than Earth. But it's also a more delusional place. So Elron thinks it's heaven, basically. Okay, he's convinced. But Elron always was a very delusional guy. So he's on Target 2. And, we let Xenu go visit him. He has some custodial privileges. And, they hang out. But Xenu surpassed Elron's intelligence level when he was 4 months old. So, it's kind of like having a very special needs kind of dad in the mentally challenged department. And so, it's kind of like, it's a sweet thing. There have been movies made on Earth about this kind of subject, where the mentally challenged dad has the really smart son, and all the difficulties that come from that situation. But here we are at a place reeking of despair, reeking of paranoia. And here comes the paranoia van once again. You're paranoid. You are paranoid. Don't you guys agree they're paranoid? Yeah, they're totally paranoid. What's so damn scary about somebody holding a camera saying things that are not according to your belief? Like, what if I went to a church and was screaming out, Jesus is not the Son of God? Do you think they'd all go running and hiding in the church like this kind of wussy-ass behavior? No. They wouldn't really care about that. They'd be like, that's just like your opinion, man. And indeed it would be. Xenu loves you. Give your money to Xenu. Give your money to Xenu. Either wake up or give all your money to Xenu. If you hear about Xenu too early, you'll get pneumonia. Do I have pneumonia? I wonder. I bet if I got a good Scientology doctor, he'd say I had pneumonia. Totally normal, yeah. It's very normal. Very normal. Why are you so afraid, people? I thought you were homo novus. Latent TB, more like latent THC. All I gotta do is cough 3 times and get a flashback on last night's smoky. There we go, there we go. You're paranoid. They are not allowed to what? Uh, oh, good. That's a good one. Yeah. Scientologists who never get sick. Yeah. I mean, the whole thing here is that, yeah, as a Christian, you would talk to me about your belief of Jesus being the Son of God, but you wouldn't run in the church. You wouldn't board up all the windows or cover them with blinds or paper or construction paper, whatever the hell they're using in here, curtains, whatnot. You wouldn't go freaking out and, you know, like you'd tell your kids if they heard it, like, oh yeah, there's people that don't believe Jesus is the Son of God, like every religion besides Christianity, right? You know, that's the deal. We believe that, you know, whatever, no biggie. If they weren't trafficking children, if they weren't ripping people off of all their money, you know, if they weren't doing this mind fuckery that they do, we wouldn't be here messing with them, talking to them, whatever. But what I love is how they show their weakness, because their whole thing is that they are the masters of communication, that only they can save the world and all that stuff. Oh yeah, Steve, not everyone is welcome, but you should go there and just get a list of questions to kind of mess with them, but pretend like you're going along with it. Definitely don't give them your information. You know, take the personality test. I think Chichikana, are you the one that you posted like the personality test and the correct answer to all the questions or something? I just saw that like a week or two ago. Oh, they would never lie. Of course not. Unless you're an SP, just like they said that they got rid of fair game. They got rid of the fair game policy. But then, you know, they put a little asterisk, except for SPs. Well, yeah, that's the only people it was really used for in the first place. So it was the community page. Yeah, that was great. But I recommend, you know, doing what I did when I took took it last time, which was many decades ago. I just wrote the most psychotic possible answer to every question. And that was fun, seeing these people wanting to sell me Scientology when they really thought I had an issue. Okay, but I also would confront somebody in a church as a Christian too if I've been abused sexually. Yeah. Well, good. Yeah, I mean, obviously, I have plenty of issues with the Catholic Church, and I don't think that is real Christianity. I think that is more a continuation of the Roman Empire than actual Christianity. I mean, they use Christianity, but who's killed more Christians? The Catholic Church or Islam? I don't necessarily know the answer to that, but I would put my bet on the Catholic Church. That's the bet I would place. Mismanagist, yes. All roads lead to Rome. Yeah, well, that's the problem with the Catholic Church. Um, when I was in Italy, I learned one sentence of Italian, basically. Il Papa fuma la droga. The Pope smokes dope. And I would just stand there in the train practicing my sentence in front of the priests and the nuns and the whatever the hell they were, you know. And I'd just be sitting there, Il Papa fuma la droga. The Pope smokes dope. They didn't really react too much. They didn't react as negatively as your average evangelical would react here if you start talking shit. But so, and unfortunately, the Pope probably does not smoke dope, but he should. But you never know. So anyway, when will they come out to play? Because even though they are very lonely people, he smokes Little Richards. Yeah. Yeah, I think the Pope's more into edibles, definitely. Definitely into edibles. He probably does those Joey Diaz edibles. If anybody knows the great Joey Diaz and his edible stories, I could see him and the Pope hanging out, doing some 1,000 milligram edibles, definitely. Oh, yay, we're not going to be lonely too much longer. Here comes the prison van. It's the prison van, yay, yay, yay. Oh, don't go the other way, man. You got to come this way. Red light, that's a red light. That was a red light. That was a red light. I got you on camera. I'm going to write a knowledge report about you. Nice thought, Peter. Yeah. A bunch of big old spleefs being blown up that chimney. Wake up! Wake up! It's a cult! Wake up! Wake up! It's a cult! Wake up! It's a cult! Wake up! It's a cult! Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! It's a cult! Wake up! That's not a skateboard! Wake up! Don't fall on it! Don't trip on it! Don't break your neck! Xenu would be so sad. You create your reactive mind. Where's Lurch? I want Lurch. I want Lurch. Where is Lurch anyway? Did he go back to Hungary to be a Hungarian? Or is he still acting all Transylvanian in there? Uh-oh, there's another siren. We have a chance. We have an opportunity, theoretically. Ollie G. I didn't catch the Ollie G. Where's Lurch? Where is Lurch? I want Lurch. I want Lurch. Everybody wants Lurch, actually. I'm not the only one. Don't single me out for special recognition. Everybody wants Lurch because there is only one Lurch. The guy who was rejected by both parents, pawned off to a nanny, and then when the nanny couldn't deal with him, he was sold by his parents to the Sea Org for a pittance. Sold into slavery for a pittance. Because nobody wanted him. And as a fellow tall guy with slightly less hunched shoulders, I say that is criminal. And I truly do feel bad for Lurch, except that, he's joined a satanic organization, so that makes him kind of my enemy. Sorry, Lurch. But if Lurch would come out and let me deprogram him, we could be friends. Come on, Lurch. Don't you want to be friends, Lurch? Come on, Lurch. Where's Lurch? What color would be good? Like any of them. I think we need to paint it either lavender or pink for about 5 years just to get that homophobic stench off. Make it colors known for, or rainbow. I think all these buildings could use a little rainbow coloring. Just so when Scientologists come by, they look at their former headquarters. Definitely rainbow, right? Yeah. Most of these are totally empty. Yeah, most of this stuff is absolutely empty. Absolutely, yeah. There's no way. Like, if you took one person for every window in these buildings, okay, that there are fewer people in Scientology than, right here, than there are windows. That's why they have to cover the windows up, because they don't want you to see what a ghost town it was. Like, if these windows were not covered, you could look through one window all day long and never see a human walking by. Well, that would be even more devastating to them than hiding in shame the way they're doing now. Because instead of hiding in shame, they would be flaunting their shame to the world. And that's a level of humiliation that even a Scientologist would have trouble dealing with. They can handle a lot of shame and humiliation, right? They start off with it. It's called bull baiting, right? They learn how to take abuse and not have any facial expressions. They act like they're doing emotional healing, but all they're doing is learning how to suppress their emotions. That's the truth of the situation. They're just learning emotional suppression techniques through being traumatized. And then, it's like somebody hitting you repeatedly, and every time you flinch, they hit you again. And you got to learn not to flinch. That's basically Scientology in a nutshell. I hit you in the face, you flinched, I hit you again in the face. Oh, you flinched, I hit you in the face again. But if I can hit you in the face and you don't flinch, oh, pass. Now we can do the next lesson. So, Scientology is all about faking it. Faking it, people. That's what they do. Every time they do an auditing session, they have to have a win. They have to come up with something that they achieved in the auditing session, or they won't let them out. And if they leave without permission, then they're gonna be punished. And if they refuse to take their punishment, they are gonna get kicked out of Scientology and declared an SP. So once you're in, there's nothing you can do except what they tell you to do. And if you don't do it, it's 2 steps away to oblivion. You don't get 3 chances. You don't get 3 strikes and you're out. You get 1 or 2 strikes and you're out. And like Aaron was saying in a recent podcast, I guess last week, whatever, in a recent video, when you finish one Scientology course or package or whatever, you have to sign up for the next one on the spot. And if you don't, it's a major deal. You can't say, oh, I'm going to take off 6 months and I'll be back. No. That is not an option for you. Xenu loves you. Yes, he does. Xenu loves you more than Mother Mary. I don't know, somebody like that. Notice they turn around. I don't know where all that dauntless and defiant shit went, but it ain't here no more. Where's Xenu? Hello, DS. Xenu, yeah, well, kind of the enemy of Scientology. The point is, if you just say Xenu, that's the big taboo. Where's Xenu? Uh-oh. They must be planning on a 420 celebration. What are you guys doing for 420? Hey, Keith again. I was wondering if you were going to show up. Here, they're getting ready, obviously, for a mega 420 celebration. We're all very excited in Los Angeles for the Day of Weed. And obviously Scientology's getting some weed preparations done. Do you love Xenu or do you hate Xenu? What is your position on Xenu? Inquiring minds would like to know. Inquiring minds really want to know about what is your connection with Xenu? Is it a love-hate relationship? Is he truly your enemy? Or is he that testing guy that just forces you to be better? Maybe it's that. Are they going to give away free weed tomorrow? Is that what it is? Because sometimes they give away food on Saturday. But on a 420... wellies. Is wellies the boots? That would be my guess. That it's boots. Wellingtons, right? Oh, I got it. I only lived in England for about 3 months, and then some visits, probably total of 6 months altogether. But, enough to know I'm never going to learn everything in their vocabulary, but I lived on the east end of London. I lived in Hackney, Stoke Newington, and my friend that I stayed with said, you have to have a welly boots. Okay. He said you had to have a degree in crime to live in that neighborhood. But, you know, it's pretty tame compared to here. Oh, yes, you do. And I love the accents. I knew this woman from Leeds, and the way she would say, I'm from Leeds. I'm from Leeds. I can't do it, but, you know, it was pretty deep. Pretty interesting accent. But, you know, living with those Cockney-speaking people, now they all talk like Ollie G. I see that's the new British accent now for the young people, is to talk like Ollie G. Happy 420! Northern Ireland, okay. That must be an interesting accent. I assume it's a little different than other Irish accents. So, yeah, they got some lights they're putting up. You know, there's definitely some kind of event. The Great American Smokeout, I don't know. Farmer sound? Okay. Even in Belfast, it's more of a farmer type accent. But I guess a lot of the Northern Irish are originally Scottish, right? Wasn't that the deal, that a lot of Scots were brought to Northern Ireland? Oh yeah, you're all happy in the UK now. No dissension whatsoever. Ah, okay. So I got that right, huh? Hail Xenu, full of grace. There is no other alien that I pray to. No, that guy's not related. See, when you never know, you think people are Scientologists when they have a mask on, but then they keep walking to the hospital and you're like, oh yeah, well that would actually create a mask need as well, so I get it. But for the most part, most people that I ever see with a mask in LA these days are Scientologists trying not to be spotted on camera, so that their loved ones cannot find out where they are and rescue them from the clutches of the Sea Org. But since we're in this massive hospital area, you do get a lot of people wearing masks related to hospital stuff, hospitalitarian issues are causing them to wear masks. So makes it harder to figure out, makes it harder to profile these people. So, and you know how profiling is a favorite thing in LA. Different forms of profiling. Yeah, you would think Scientology's busy, and that's what they want you to think. But 90% of these cars probably are doctors, nurses, hospital workers of various sorts. I mean, when they back up like that, that's a sign it could be a Scientologist getting a little sphincter puckering at the sight of an SP pointing a lens in their direction. Watch out, don't run over the Sea Org members. What's up, scaredy boy? Wake up. Yes, I pushed the car. I manipulated the situation with my intention, as any good Scientologist would do. And even as a non-Scientologist, I have the right to pick and choose amongst the things in Scientology that work, especially the magical powers. Dude, you're driving like a dork. What the hell? What's all this running around? Another problem being by hospitals, I get my hopes up about getting some law enforcement attention to make me feel relevant, and then my hopes are dashed mercilessly by ambulances. Now, if I get swatted by an ambulance, I am going to take that as a mega insult. I am going to take that. All right, check out the crows fighting. Got some big-ass crows here in California. Not like those little wimpy East Coast crows that I used to live amongst. I don't even know if there were crows there, but if they were like a third the size of these California monster crows. So let's go take a walk and see what they're building for 420. What is the plan for this most sacred of days, the day that we all smoke weed, just a little bit extra.
Yes, sir.
Just a little bit extra weed, the day to wake and bake, when Scientologists will probably not even be shaken and bacon. Oh yes, it's gonna be glorious. It's gonna be glorious what they do. Behold, instead of a red carpet, they're constructing a black carpet. Yeah, these aren't ravens, these are crows here, but ravens are amazing, yeah. I mean, they pass messages, between kingdoms and stuff, so pretty awesome. Oh yeah, Scientology attempting to be relevant in the modern age. There's all the slaves. Creating a very uneven chalk line. They need to learn chalk tech from us. Let me see. Can you see the line of chalk and how it bends? Yeah, they're not too good with their chalk tech in Scientology, obviously. They need to learn from the SPs about real chalk tech. Flunk! They're flunking. They're totally flunking. And it's sad. These people are devoting their whole lives to a meaningless cult that in the end, if they stay long enough, they can leave bankrupt, in debt, with a broken body, with ignored medical issues. That's their future. That's their best case scenario. Because as we know, Scientologists have a very short life expectancy because they think auditing will cure them of all their illnesses. Plus, they're not allowed to be sick because once you get to a certain level, obviously, you're immune to all illness in Scientology. So therefore, if you can't be sick, you obviously don't need to go to a doctor. And you don't go to the doctor, you don't find out you're sick. And the infinity loop goes round and round until you're dead. And that's the way it works at the Church of Scientology, the so-called Church of Scientology. Come in and decide for yourself. If you do come in and decide for yourself, make sure not to bring any credit cards or forms of identification or your phone. Please leave that with somebody, a trusted friend on the outside that can assist you in case you fall victim to brainwashing and you start saying, hey, you know what? Actually, I thought it was all bullshit, but once I got in there and they found my ruin and they told me how fucked up I was, then I realized, oh shit, they got a point. That's when you need your friend outside that's holding, right? So you can say, let me go out to my friend and get my credit card because now you did convince me, and now your friend can deprogram you, as a good friend would always do. So anyway, please do come by. Please do take up all their time, take their personality test, do all of that, please do. And then laugh in their face and say gotcha or something like that. Well, anyway, I'm going to move on to my next destination, but thank you very much for being here today. If anybody feels called by the spirit of Xenu to give me another like, well, not another like, but a like. I'm not saying anybody's going to be double dipping here on the likes, but anyway, I thank you, and look out for my upcoming video. And if you hit the bell icon, you should get it. But I'm going to do a little deep dive back into my themes of totalitarian dictatorships and their similarities to Scientology. So I have a nice dictatorship that I've never talked about before, I believe. Definitely not made a video. So keep your eyes out open for that, and I will be back with you later. Thank you all so much. Bye.